Hey YouTubers, my name is Amber and today I'm going to talk to you about tips that I have used to make me stay focused on my project pan. And I gotta tell you, thank you guys. You are absolutely amazing for your encouragement, for your participation in Pan That Palette, and for, just watching these videos. I mean, I've been inspired by you and your videos, just helpful hints along the way. And my husband kind of laughs because every time I go on to YouTube to watch videos, he laughs at the hi guys, and I'm like, you laugh until you hear something helpful and then you're hooked. So hopefully you find the tips in these in this video today helpful on your project pan, because I know a lot of you are doing the same thing I am and we're trying to work through our stash. So I have been on a continuous project pan for about the last 2 years. And the number one thing that I can offer you guys as you project pan is don't just pick something you love. I mean, if you choose products you love, you'll stay consistent with them. But if there's something that you wear most days, like for me, my project pan makeup started around my glasses. I wanted to find something that would play up my eyes and be flattering, because as you can see, my frames are purple. So I chose makeup that would always kind of play up my glasses. Then you'll be guaranteed to have a neutral, appropriate look, but something that is flattering for whatever you're trying to play up. Whether you wear a certain color most days, or like for me, it's the glasses, or if you have a favorite lipstick, kind of work your makeup around that way. And then make sure that they're products that you love. I have my me time when I put my makeup on in the morning. If I try something and I don't like it, I give it about a week and then I put it back in my makeup stash and I'll bring it out at a later date, hence my wear it or wait list stuff. I don't want to waste my time using things that don't work for me. And if I try it over the course of several months and it doesn't work each time I pull it out, then I get rid of it, and call it a day. So always, always, always choose things that you love. Otherwise, you're going to get very overwhelmed and bored and frustrated on project pan. Because, I feel for you girls that are doing project pan and you pick stuff that you're like, I just want to get this out of my collection. I totally get it. I understand it. But like for me, if I don't love something, I'm going to dread using it. And I really don't want putting on my makeup to be something that I dread. So choose stuff you love. And then, like I said, play up a feature that you wear most days. The next thing that has helped me to stay successful is I choose things that are overly hyped on YouTube. Because basically they're in people's favorite videos. They're things that YouTubers say are their holy grail. They're constantly talked about. And I feel like if you pick something that is trendy, you'll stick with it. Hence why I chose my naked palette, because everybody is on the bandwagon talking about their naked 2, their naked 3, naked basics. It's going to be something I hear about a lot, so I feel like, it's in style to wear it. So, not just with my naked palette. I pick mascara, pick blush, pick lip gloss. Kind of go through your favorite YouTubers and see where their favorites are. And if you have, a similar skin tone or similar hair color, eye color, if you have those items, pull them out. If you have 2 or 3 YouTubers that you watch, regularly, and they constantly mention those products, I would start there. That's worked for me. And then, it's easier not to go off on tangents and then you get overwhelmed and you're like, I don't even know where to start, or I'm just bored with this, I'm giving up. Excuse me. Go with those things that your favorite YouTubers tend to gravitate towards. Or if they say they're holy grail, if you have 2 or 3 YouTubers that say they're holy grail, that would be something I would choose for a project pan. Instead of just randomly picking 10 items or, whatever out of your collection. Because for me, that doesn't work. because I would get bored, and then more than likely I'd pick 10 things that, you know, I'm not fond of the majority of the time. So there's that. The next thing that has worked for me is not putting myself on restriction buying makeup. I never, ever, ever put myself on a no buy. And I do that because I know it's not realistic for me. If I say I'm not going to buy makeup till I finish X amount of products, that's a recipe for disaster for me. What has changed my behavior is my consistent project pan has shown me realistically how long it takes me to use things, so it's easier to walk away. And there's a lot of freedom in that. There's a lot of freedom in being able to walk into Sephora and Ulta and have nothing appeal to you, or looking online and nothing appeals to you, or being able to walk through Target or your grocery store or wherever and be able to walk away and not buy makeup. Like, that's a huge behavior modification for me. But when I do buy makeup, I buy things to complement whatever I'm currently doing, or I replace empties. So I'm never denying myself new makeup, or if there's a big trend or a new collection, I don't just say I'm denying myself. I mean, it's like going on a diet. You don't want to just starve yourself with something, because then you binge and then you feel bad and you beat yourself up over it. Like, that's not productive. Same thing with makeup. If I have a highlighter that's not working for me and I want to stick with my specific look, I'll go find a highlighter that works a little bit better. Or I'll find a blush that works a little bit better. I'll look through my stash first. But if I don't find something, then I go purchase, you know, a new item. And then I get to try new fun things, and I'm not just amassing more makeup. I'm still project panning. You know what I mean? So combining the new with the old. Like when I bought the Naked 3, you know, I'm finding old stuff to pair with it. Maybelline color tattoos, blush, highlighter, all that good stuff. So I'm using new with the old. And then, you know, the other thing too is, like, as far as buying things, if I go through Sephora, I don't pick up the samples. If they offer a deluxe sample of a mascara, I will go for that, because then it saves me buying mascara. I get to try a different mascara, because I do replace those every 3 months. But I don't pick up samples for 1 or 2 uses of things. If I'm going to take my time to go through that, I will buy the full-size product if it's something that is well reviewed by my favorite, you know, beauty bloggers and YouTubers. I'll buy the full size and give it 2 weeks worth of, you know, trial before I decide if I like it or don't like it. I'm not going to use something 1 or 2 times and call it a day. That's not enough for me to know if I really like something. So I don't do subscription boxes. And as far as samples, if it's a 100 or 500 point perk that I've wanted to try for a while, I will take the time to do that. But when you really think about it, if you're buying a 500 point perk, it took you $500 to get that deluxe size sample. I want to know it's really worth it if I'm going to do that. If I have to spend $500 to get that sample, it better be worth my time. So hence why I'd rather just buy the full size, and then if I don't like it, I can take it back. So samples are just, I'm not going to waste my time. And then as far as, you know, just my project pan, for me, when I do an eye look, I have to consistently do it. It's different now that I'm filming for YouTube, because now I can look back on old videos if there is a makeup look I want to go back to, because I can see how I did it. But in particular, when I bought my Stila in the No palette, I came up with an eyeshadow look out of there that was absolutely stunning. I got complimented on it everywhere I went, and it was great. I can't tell you how I did it. I have no idea. That's one of the reasons why when I started my project pan makeup, I wanted to use a consistent eye look that I could do every day that would be pretty, it would be neutral, but it would be something that, you know, I could do every day and not just get completely sick of. Because otherwise, I mean, I like switching my makeup around, don't get me wrong, but I mean, the way you're going to use stuff up is if you use something every time you put it on. So, I don't know. But that's basically, I mean, that's what's worked for me. Just, I mean, pick something that is easy, laid back, in your style. Don't overwhelm yourself by picking like 3 concealers or 4 blushes. I mean, pick a blush that's appropriate for the season and go with it. Another thing that's helped me is now I'm making these Shop That Stash videos, and I'm looking through my collection on makeup that's currently out on the market, and I'm finding dupes for it. And that way I'm always project panning, because then I can dupe current trends with stuff I already have at home. So that's another place to start. If you're looking to project pan, check out my project pan video for the Color of the Universe, like the Radiant Orchid. Shop That Stashes, I'm doing some on drugstore collections, on high-end collections, and I'm using stuff you already have at home, like from last year, the year before that, you know, and that way you don't have to go out and spend, you know, oodles and oodles of makeup on new stuff that you're just going to look at in 6 months and go, what have I done? But I mean, yeah, just, I don't know, I mean, and watching other project panners. That's been another thing that's been highly motivating for me, especially when I watch project planners that have been successful, because that's the encouragement I need. If I can see that one girl can get through this eyeshadow in X amount of months, I'm going to be more motivated to go through mine. Or that's why I give you a time frame, like with the color tattoos and blushes and bronzers, so that if you're on a project pan, you know, and you have that same product, you can realistically see how long it's going to take you to use. Because once I start it, I will use it until the season changes and I need to change my look, or I finished it. So that's about it. I hope you find this helpful. Stay tuned. I'm going to be having another Shop That Stash video based on drugstore that I'm duping with high-end things. And I know, isn't that the reverse? And I also have my Where to Waitlist It with my February empties. And before we know it, I'm going to be having another Project Pan update. So hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.